Let's solve some equations by substitution. To do this, what I'm going to do is take one of the equations, I'm going to substitute into the other. In this first one, since I've got two equations right here, and the two equations are both, one of them is I already know what y is. Y is 3, so I know that's part of my solution is that the y coordinate is 3. I just need to find the x coordinate. So all I have to do is plug in 3 to the other equation for y, and then solve it. So this equation becomes negative 3x plus, I always like to use parentheses even if you don't need them, plus 3, because I'm plugging that in, equals negative 3. So notice I plugged that in, I rewrote that second equation, plugging in 3 anywhere I saw y. Now let's just solve that. Negative 3x equals, I'm subtracting 3 from both sides, that's negative 6. X equals, now I'm dividing by negative 3. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. 2 is my x-coordinate, so my solution is 2 comma 3. Let's try another one. Again, I've got now two equations, but in this case it's not as easy because I still have two different variables in each equation. But no worries, I'm going to plug one equation in to the other one. Anywhere I see y, I'm going to plug in x plus 1 because that's what y is according to my second equation. So combining these equations together, I get x plus 1, which I plugged in for y right there, equals negative 3x plus 5. I'm just rewriting that right side now. Now notice what I have. I don't have two equations with two variables anymore. I have one equation with one variable. That's the reason you do that. And I can solve that equation for the variable, which means I'm going to, let's add 3x to both sides. So I get 4x plus 1 equals 5. Now let's subtract 5 from both sides. I'm sorry, subtract 1 from both sides to get rid of the 1. I'm subtracting 1. And now let's divide both sides by 4 to get rid of the 4. And I get x equals 1. Now I'm not done, because that's only what x equals. I still need to find out what y equals. What does y equal? And to do that, I now plug this. I'm going to change my color here. I now plug that, what I got for x, back into either one of the equations. It doesn't matter. You can choose. I'm going to plug it into the bottom one because that looks easier. When I plug in 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So let's check if that's the right answer by plugging in 1 for x and 2 for y into that first equation. And let's see if that works. What's negative 3 times 1?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. What's negative 3 plus 5? Positive 2. And so it does work. So that works, and that's the right answer. Last one. Notice again, this is easy because I already have it solved for x, so I'm going to plug that in anywhere I see x. Got to be careful. Make sure you put that negative sign in front. I always, like I said, use parentheses when I'm plugging in. Plus y equals negative 2. Now I solve this equation for y by adding 4 to both sides. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. So y is positive 2. What was x already? X was already 4. There's your answer.